Welcome to the Alcohol Reset, the podcast that helps you reset your habits, health, and relationship with alcohol without judgment or extremes. If you're looking to cut back, take a break, or just understand how drinking can affect your body and mind, you're in the right place. Each episode brings you science-backed insights on neuroscience, nutrition, and habit change to help you feel better, sleep deeper, and take control on your terms. I'm Mike Hardenbrook, best-selling author, neuroscience enthusiast, and habit change expert. I've helped thousands through my book and podcast to rethink their drinking, and now I'm here to help you do the same. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Mike Hardenbrook. Have you ever had yourself thinking, why does this drink just taste better right now? You know, maybe it's a beer at a loud concert, or a really nice glass of wine at some quiet jazz club, or maybe even tequila shots when that high energy music hits just right. Well, it turns out it's not just your mood or even the drink itself. There's some really fascinating kind of hidden science going on, stuff that literally changes how your brain perceives flavor based on what you're hearing. So today we're going to explore this surprising link between sound and taste. We'll look into why alcohol and music feel like such a natural pair, and how different sounds don't just set a vibe, but actually remix how you experience flavor. We'll also touch on how bars, clubs, even the big drink brands use this knowledge pretty cleverly to shape your experience, often without you even noticing. My goal here is to give you a shortcut, really, to understand this cool sensory science. So by the end, you'll kind of get why certain drinks hit different in certain places. And hopefully, you can use that to make smarter choices or even, create your own perfect vibe, whether you're drinking alcohol or not. You know, that aha moment where the drink and the music just click. If you've had that, you're definitely on to something real. It's not just you imagining it. This isn't just some casual thing people notice. It's actually a recognized field in sensory science. For real. And the main idea is this. Music isn't just background noise, okay? It does more than just affect your mood. Research is showing it literally alters how your brain processes flavor. That explains why the exact same drink can feel amazing one night and kind of meh another time. Your brain's busy mixing the sound with the taste. So how does your brain actually pull this off, this kind of remixing of your drink with sound? Well, it comes down to something called crossmodal perception, which is just a fancy way of saying one sense messing with another one. Let's start with tempo and energy. Right, makes sense. Think about fast-paced music like EDM or maybe some driving rock. That kind of sound can actually make drinks seem stronger, more intense. And yeah, studies show it tends to make you sip faster too. Your pace just naturally picks up. But then flip it, put on slower stuff. Smooth jazz, acoustic tunes, maybe some classical, and suddenly the drink feels, sweeter, more refined, maybe. It kind of invites you to slow down, to actually savor it. You pay more attention. Then there's pitch and the actual notes. This part's really interesting. High-pitched sounds. They can, surprisingly, make drinks taste sweeter. And it's not just in your head. Researchers are actually figuring out the brain pathways behind this. It's like high notes prep your brain for sweetness. Kind of weird, huh? And the opposite, deep bass-heavy sounds. They tend to bring out the bitterness in what you're drinking. So the actual frequency of the sound waves is tweaking how your brain interprets taste signals. Wild. And finally, let's not forget volume and the whole social energy thing. Loud music isn't just loud, right? It amps up your physical arousal. It can lower your inhibitions a bit. And yeah, it often makes you drink faster. Creates that high energy, less thinking or doing kind of vibe, but quieter places. They naturally make you slow down, more thoughtful. You actually taste your drink more. Yeah, maybe talk more. It's a different experience altogether. So the big takeaway here is your brain is constantly working behind the scenes. It's taking the soundtrack of your environment and literally remixing the flavor of your drink. It's this nonstop sensory mashup. Now, it probably won't shock you to hear that bars, clubs, even the big beverage companies, they know all about this. This isn't some secret they haven't figured out. Oh no, it's a part of their strategy. Studies have shown pretty clearly people tend to buy more drinks, especially alcohol, when the music is louder and faster. There's a reason for that thumping bass sometimes. Think about wine, for example. People often perceive it as tasting more expensive, more luxurious when they listen to classical music. The music elevates the whole perception of quality. And it's not just fancy stuff. Even beer brands think about this. They design playlists to make their beers seem, fresher, smoother, more exciting. Whatever fits their brand. It just goes to show it's rarely just about the drink. It's the whole package, the whole engineered vibe that shapes how you feel about it. Okay, but here's the cool part for you. You can flip this around. You can use this knowledge yourself. You can basically hack your own experience, curate your own vibe mindfully. Like say you're trying to cut back on alcohol or just want to be more mindful. Try this. put on some really upbeat, energetic music while you're having a non-alcoholic drink. You might find it kind of recreates that party feeling, that celebratory buzz, without any alcohol needed. Seriously, the music does a lot of the heavy lifting. Or the other way around. If you do want to slow down, really savor something. It could be alcohol, it could be a fancy mocktail, even just a good coffee. Put on some calm, low-tempo music. It just naturally makes you slow down, appreciate it more, engages your senses differently. You can play around with pairings too. Think beyond just food and wine, like maybe try some dark chocolate with some really chill lo-fi beats playing, or a sparkling water with a relaxed acoustic set. You might be genuinely surprised how the music subtly changes how you perceive those flavors, makes them pop in new ways. You know, someone who wrote No Willpower Required and founded Cloud9. I'm all about finding practical ways to enhance experiences without relying just on willpower or, well, substances. And understanding the sound taste thing is a powerful tool. Remember, the vibe you create, it does at least half the work, and you control the vibe. Now, while crafting the perfect vibe is fun and super important for the experience, it's also good to think about what's happening inside your body, especially if alcohol is involved. So as you get better at setting the scene, let's just quickly touch on supporting yourself, managing the after effects. One thing to know about is vitamin B1, specifically a form called benfotiamine. Alcohol tends to deplete B1, and your brain really needs it for energy and clarity. Like, it's brain fuel. Running low can lead to that foggy feeling. So topping it up might help with the recovery and clearer thinking afterwards. Another helpful thing is something called N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. It's basically an antioxidant that helps boost your body's own defenses, especially in your liver. It helps your liver process the less fun byproducts of alcohol more efficiently, which potentially could mean feeling a bit better the next day. Research looks into ingredients like these, sometimes found in products aimed at helping people feel better if they choose to drink, maybe helping them drink less overall. It's about supporting your body's processes. Okay, so let's bring it all home. While we often give alcohol all the credit or blame for how an experience feels, music is very often the secret sauce, right? Quietly shaping how things taste, how fast we drink, how memorable it all feels. Pretty incredible stuff. So here's a little thought to chew on this week. Once you really grasp how sound messes with your taste, you kind of unlock this power, right? The power to design your own rituals, drinking or not drinking. You can make experiences feel just as fun, just as satisfying, maybe even more so, but potentially without those rough next mornings. So my challenge to you is this. Pay attention this week. Notice the music playing when you eat or drink. What do you notice about how things taste? What will you discover about your own sound and sip connection? I think you might be genuinely amazed. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Until next time, stay curious. Keep experimenting. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you got something out of this, do me a quick favor, leave a rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps keep the show going and would mean the world to me. Got ideas, comments, or questions? Shoot me an email at mike@trycloud9.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for extra support, check out Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when taking a break. Go to trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.